Thank you, Count Corley. With your permission, can I share my time with Deputy Eamon Gilmore?
Leave our 5 minutes.
Yeah. I want to say that one of the great glories of Irish education in recent years has been the phenomenon of a huge number of young graduates and young people interested in starting a career in education. And in many of our new schools in expanding areas, these teachers have given new life to the schools along with the existing teachers. What has not been mentioned by any of the ministers over there, whether Fianna Fáil or Green, is that the graduates who are waiting to graduate next year and the graduates who are currently on graduate conversion courses will in many cases no longer have jobs to go to. So we will actually be educating the cream of our young people who are willing to take up a life in education. We are actually going to be educating them to have them once again emigrate to London, to the UK, to Australia and New Zealand, where no doubt their skills will be snapped up. And the McKinsey report shows that the biggest differential in relation to a child being successful in school is the quality of the teacher. The OECD reports show that we are about the middle level in relation to literacy and reading, but we are way below when it comes to maths. And all of the teacher training colleges in recent years of training the new young teachers have concentrated on new and expanded ways of teaching and interesting children in maths and sciences. But what's going to happen? Those teachers will not be getting the jobs. Can I just say, in relation to my own area, we have an extraordinary number of diverse schools with a huge international population. Almost every school, whether in a very wealthy area of Dublin West or in a less well-off area of Dublin West, has at least 30% of their enrolment are international children, children with a disability being mainstreamed, and traveller children, because we have a lot of traveller children in our community. This spells a disaster for a progressive policy of integration and offering the children who are the most marginalised and least advantaged a head start. A good head start in education will last for the whole of their lives, and all of the research shows that. Can I draw attention to Huntstown National School, a school of just under 1,000 pupils in my constituency, which has pioneered mainstreaming international children, children with a disability and traveller children over the last 20 years, and is internationally recognised for so doing. This is a letter to me from a little girl of 9 years old in 4th class in that school. She says, "My teacher is Mrs. M. She's a great teacher, but she's not in our school that long, and I'm afraid she's going to get sacked. I will be so sad if this happens." Mr. Lenihan came to our school, that's Brian, came to our school a while ago for a party. Our school is 25 years old, and if I had known the people he works for were going to do this, I would have given out to him. That's how a child puts it. Their security, no more than the security of older people. Last week, their security about the safe world and the caring world of the school that's been lovingly created for them by the teachers, by the principal, by the board of management, not least by their own parents' active participation in the school. All of that is to be put at risk. You're the government that wanted to offer security to the banks, but you can't offer security to older people or to our children. And for that is a shameful in terms of any pretension that Fianna Fáil, representing the people of no property, that Fianna Fáil has pretensions to progress in education. I want to say in relation to the Green Party, around Halloween in Dublin there was always a game that kids played where you knocked on a door and you ran away. And Paul Gogarty knocked on Fianna Fáil's door, and as far as I can make out, he's still running. I hope he gets to the Halloween party, because it's about the price of him. I want to mention as well, the Greens had a document they called the 50 Steps to a Better Education before the election. Bertie Ahern, when he was Taoiseach over this shambles of a government, had the next steps. Well, where are we now? The rich are going to be minded by this government, and the children and older people can take the consequences.